Hi guys, I'm Silverwolf, and this is a little request for Sam the Talking Radio, who wanted to see my Hot Wheels collection. Now, this isn't all of them, I do have more. I've just put the first ones I suppose I had in this case, which I bought 10 cars, and I think you could send for a free case with it. So, the cars are all in here. I don't just have Hot Wheels, I also have Matchbox. I may have some Corgi cars as well. They don't all fall out. I don't really want them all to be zooming out. So, here they all are. Let's see if I can get this to work without them falling out. So I'm not going to get all of them out. There's quite a few in there. I will show you the first one I ever had, and that is this one. That's a little GTI. As you can see, the windows there have gone a bit yellow with age. But what I like about this one is that the bonnet opens, or hood if you're in America, and you can see its engine inside. This was my first ever toy car, and this one is actually a Matchbox car, and I'm not sure when it was made. Oh, 1985 that one was made. I have not had it since 1985 though. I had it obviously a few years after that. My second one was this one here. Now this is even older. This one was given to me by my aunt, and she used to have these toy cars on her back windowsill. Let's just get the camera to focus on that there. There we go. And this little car used to sort of drive into all the others as she drove her own car around and beat them all up, so she gave it to me. You can see it's lost quite a lot of paint. And this one is a Matchbox car as well. Doesn't say what year it was made, which is sad, because I'd like to know, because that one's even older than the other one. And the third car I had, don't worry, I'm not going to go through all of them, was this one. I'm just going to show you my first three. I do have some other toy cars in my lounge as well. Let's try and get it to focus actually on this again. And this was my third car. Again, that's gone yellow with age, as you can see there. And it's another Matchbox car, and he was made, I say he, in 1982, and it's a Thunderbird. So that was actually made even before the GTI. So it's quite an old one as well. The rest of them are all newer. They were made in, I think, the 90s. This little one here, this has always been one of my favourite types of cars. The old style Ford car. They actually changed this, and it's not as good anymore. I don't like the new style one that they make these days. The old style Ford car was a nice little car that you could have as like a run around, or perhaps a first car for someone who's just left college or something. Because they were small, it's a little two-door car. And it's also my favourite colour, which is purple. I'll find some others that are of note. These ones here, there's like a whole row of these little vans down there. But you see, this is a little cornflakes car. And this one actually I saved up tokens from cornflakes. And I've got a few of these. And when you saved up the tokens, you could also make like a model village for them all to go in as well. So I've got that as well. It's all sort of taken down and packed away. This one was made in, it's a Ford van. It's a Corgi, this one. Doesn't say when it was made, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame. The others are all kind of fancy. I say fancy. Let's try and grab one that's really bizarre. Here we go. This. This one is pretty crazy. It's a crazy shape. The Hot Wheels released a load of these little cars that were really fancy, sort of weird artistic shapes, and I like them because I'm a fan of concept cars, which is, you know, the sort of the first designs they make. Most of them never make it on the road. The Ford car is one of the few concept cars that made it onto the road. Most of them aren't. They're just not really feasible, and they have to redesign them all and whatever. What others do I have that I can show you? This is my favourite type of car. I think this is, yeah, the Porsche Carrera GT. If I had the money, I would get one. And then I'll be afraid I'd scratch it, because I do of course have my own car and it has a few scratches. I'm not a bad driver, but I haven't really been driving that long. Only the last sort of 3 years, even though I passed my test like 7 years ago. Because I didn't have a car, so obviously I passed my test and I didn't drive. So I've got 2 of those. My friend bought them for me in America. Here's a funny one. I'll show you this. Actually, I'll show you this one and then I'll show you the funny one. This weird oddity here, it's got massive back tyres and tiny front tyres. It's like if they put a monster truck sort of tyre thing on like a normal car. I'm not even sure if there are cars that look like that in the world, but probably. And this one here is a bit funny as well. It's an Angry Birds car. Very novelty. I'm not even sure how you get into that car because it's got no doors, unless they actually just put a bird on wheels. So as you can see, I've got a lot of different ones. I don't quite know why there's an empty space at the bottom corner there. And maybe I ran out of cars to put in there at the time, but I do have more of them because I found some all in their boxes. Oh, here's a funny car. And this was actually a real car that existed. I think it was a 60s or 70s car. This is a bubble car. And as you can see, it doesn't appear to have any doors. The door is this part here. The front bit opens on a hinge and that's the door. But bubble cars were a thing back in the 60s and 70s. And I think I've seen one on the road once. And I thought that was pretty neat. They were just, again, a small run around for people. There's another one of those ones with the massive back tyres. I have to put them in backwards because their butts are too big to go in. And this one here, I believe. Oh, this one's a Ferrari. Fun fact, I went to Italy and I saw a real Ferrari in Italy, where they come from. Not focusing on it. Come on. I know it's early. It's just refusing. I think it's because of the pattern on it. Let's get it to focus on the bottom. There we go. Yeah, I saw this red Ferrari parked up when I went to Italy. That was pretty neat, seeing it in the country that it comes from. Yeah, so there they are. Those are my toy cars. My Hot Wheels, Matchbox and Corgi cars. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Thanks for the suggestion, Sam the Talking Radio, because I'd never really thought to sort of show these to everyone before. They're not really robots, but I suppose some of them are like pull back friction power, so you pull them back and they move forward. So yeah, my dad was always breaking things like that when I was a kid. He'd pull it back too far and it would snap. He didn't mean to, he just did. He just did that. So anyway, I'm not sure if there are any related videos, so I won't have anything at the end. You can watch, sorry, you can watch, you can't watch, because there's no related videos. You can check out my Etsy and New Monday stores if you want to see my plushies, or buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. Links are all in the description. And that's all for today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep being awesome. This is Still Wolf signing off.